want them to be like, they know what I'm going to say because it's polite. They know what I'm going to say. And even if I get in trouble, you know what I'm saying? Ain't that what we're supposed to do? I'm not saying I'm going to rule the world or I'm going to change the world, but I guarantee that I will spark the brain that will change the world. And that's our job, is to spark somebody else watching us. We might not be the ones, but let's not be selfish, and because we're not going to change the world, let's not talk about how we should change it. I don't know how to change it, but I know if I keep talking about how dirty it is out here, somebody's going to clean it up.
He told the guy, he said, when you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. I don't know how many of y'all got asthma in here today, but if you ever had an asthma attack before, you short of breath, SOB, shortness of breath, you wheezing. The only thing you trying to do is get some air. You don't care about no basketball game. You don't care what's on TV. You don't care about nobody calling you. You don't care about a party. The only thing you care about when you're trying to breathe is to get some fresh air. That's it. And when you get to the point where all you want to do is be successful as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. And I'm here to tell you, number one, that most of you say you want to be successful, but you don't want it bad. You just kind of want it. You don't want it badder than you want to party. You don't want it as much as you want to be cool. Most of you don't want success as much as you want to sleep. Some of you love sleep more than you love success. And I'm here to tell you today, if you're going to be successful, you've got to be willing to give up sleep. You got to be willing to work off for 3 hours of sleep, 2 hours. If you really want to be successful, some days you're going to have to stay up 3 days in a row. Because if you go to sleep, you might miss the opportunity to be successful. That's how bad you gotta want it. You gotta go days without, listen to me, you gotta want to be successful so bad that you forget to eat.
You grew up good and wonderful. It was great just watching you. Every day was like a privilege. Then the time come for you to be your own man and take on the world, and you did. But somewhere along the line, you changed. You stopped being you. You let people stick a finger in your face and tell you you're no good. And when things got hard, you started looking for something to blame, like a big shadow. Let me tell you something you already know. The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. Now, if you know what you're worth, now go out and get what you're worth. But you gotta be willing to take the hit.
Like, the truth is, it got a little bit better than that when I got out of the equation, but when I hired employee 30 to $150, people barely got off the elevator, and I was like, here's your punch card. You know, like people were like, especially people that, a lot of the early people like knew who I was, and they thought it might be hard. I mean, they couldn't believe, I was like, you like sports? Nah, you're hired. Like, it was just whatever, because I realized we were growing. And here's something very interesting. One thing that you have to understand is you can't be the judge and the jury for the market. One of the reasons I grew it so fast was we were so ahead of the market with social media marketing and strategy that even if they were B and C players, I knew they were A players to the market. So my B and C could walk into Campbell's Soup and seem like a super A. So I think one of the things that, if you're great at search, what you need to understand is who you're selling to may not be as great as you are, and not the, and please, I want to make sure I'm being very, this is what's great about having time to give these detailed answers. I'm not talking about selling stuff you don't believe in. You gotta understand, a lot of people, so I had, you know what's funny? I had a lot of no men and no women around me. Like, for somebody who's so hyperbolized, I like people who like push back against me. I need the context. So a lot of them pushed very hard in 2010 and 11 of like, Gary, what's the ROI? Like, right in my team, like, does this mean anything? Does this help the client? And I educate them, like, look, and this was before there was paid social that could drive the business results we have now, so it was very organic. I go, look, here's what you have to understand. They're paying us $5,000 a month for the amount of content and strategy we're giving them, and just the IP for $60,000 a year is a gift. for these companies,